Hello. Hello friends, how's it going? How is it going? Drua, Driel, hello. One drunk man, what's talking? Feature bound, Quappa, hello.
WTF Keycults were built for poppy thocky sound, prove me wrong. So can't just go silent shit on them. Even though I have both silent alpacas and bobas, I can't imagine me using them on a fucking Keycult. Leave them in vintage black sit or some good shit. I'll be okay even with scratchy creams, but not the
Oh, it didn't finish it. Oh, damn, but not the silent ones. Okay, almost. Thank you so much for the 25 months. One drunk man, appreciate it. Captain Mike, hello. Nacho, hello, hello. Cloudiac, Patty, how's it going? Thrash and Tony, hola, hola. Okay, chula, hola. Peaches, good day. Eric, ODN, Abstraction. Macho Max, damn, another Keycult. When is Diego getting the Keycult logo tatted? Abstraction layer, Jim, hello, Funzy, hello from the couch. Hello, hello, back to the couch. Curry, hello. Sloth. Hey, it cut off. Yeah, I guess it has a character limit for that. Pretty good though. Nostromo, it's raining. I work from home and Diego building a Keycult. Let's go. Effling barista.
1 year pog.
1 year. JT Jet Mayhem. What's up? How's it going? Thank you so much for the 1 year. JT Jet, appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. All right, so Couch says thanks. Great. I love Mr. Couch. All right, so today we are indeed building a Keycult, and as you might have seen from the build description, it will be the build itself will be louder than the build product, perhaps. But we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's what we're building. We're building a number 2 in a commissioned colorway. And you'll basically see for whom this is right away. And yeah, so that's basically what it is. Alright, so let's just get started right off the bat. Here we have our parts box. I guess we should take out the parts, some of the parts first. Imagine naming your cat Couch just to confuse people. Let's see, so tools, authentication. Then I believe this is a blue plate. You have a blue plate. Our PCB. I swear to God, man, these bags are so freaking tight for these PCBs, and I hate it. I really wish these bags were just a centimeter wider. Really, just about a centimeter wider and they'll be fine. But with the little zipper, it makes it kind of tight. Just don't want to strip anything, okay? Alright, there we go. I hope the correct wire length is in the... Oh, never mind, it's here. It's here, perfect. Alright, over PCB. And let's get the board. I always afraid I'm gonna lose the dial when taking on all those tight ESD bags. Yeah, dude, I know. That's exactly what I think. I'm just like... Because these dials do really fly off pretty easily with that kind of shearing. So, yeah, I don't like those tight ESD bags. Or anti-ESD, I guess. Bags. Alright, so as you can see, this is a number 2 TKL white and blue for Edriel B. Is no secret. Who? I don't know. My friend has a black cat and a white cat. She called the black cat salt and the white cat pepper. People can... I love that. That's pretty funny. Mr. Koopa, hello. There it is. We have it in white. And as you can see, we have a little engraving at the top right that obviously says the name. But it's in a very nice pure white. Number 2 TKL Revision 2. It has a silver mid and a blue waves bottom. Oh, that's neat. It also seems to have been either infilled or something for the logo in black, which is pretty neat. RIP resale value. Yeah, imagine engraving your own name on your own keyboard. Just killing the resale value in one move. You won't believe what they did. Also, it's Win Key, so RIP resale value, am I right? That said, actually, there's quite a lot of Win Key users among Keycult buyers, actually. You would be surprised, but I definitely see them quite a lot. Imagine keeping a board. Ugh. Gross. So this white finish is impeccably done. I'm not sure if it's E-White or Cerakote or, you know, whatever. But the finish on the white is done really well. No bubbles, no little cracks. I see a little bit of like flashing here, but it's not a big deal. But like no specks like caught inside of the finish or anything like that. Like there is like a minor, like, you know, like microscopic bubbles or something like that, you know, like some little flashing bits, but nothing that I would see like and say, oh wow, that's a glaring mistake or anything like that. The aluminum finish, pretty good, same as the other blue waves that we've seen before, and that people have posted on the net. The infill is kind of nicely done here. One thing that I can see here is that I'm not sure if there's heat applied or something, but there is a slight bit of discoloration just right around the logo, which is something that I assume maybe had happened from the application of this. But that aside, it looks pretty good. It actually highlights the logo a bit, as you can see. I hear you saying and calling me lately, TBH? Oh, really? Did he call your cell phone? Alright, so I don't think I need to disassemble this yet, because the assembly is kind of obvious here, and we've seen them before. So I'm just gonna leave it on the side for now. How to put it to show it. I guess this way is a good way to showcase the white and the blue at the same time. So I'll just leave it like that. Saying and calling me on Skype? Oh, that's real old school. That's real geekhack. Hey, Kim, hello. How are you doing? How's your day today? How's your hump day Wednesday? That's a pretty booty? We are pretty booty appreciators in the chat. Not bad, just trudging through the chasm. Yeah, it's pretty long, right? I still am. Well, I mean, I already went through a Sumeru, but I still haven't done any like world quests, anything like that, so it's pretty slow. But doing okay. It's so long for why? I mean, it has a point. It has a purpose. You just happen to be a little late to it, so it might feel a little bit worse now, especially because you're trying to like get through it. I thought the chasm was a metaphor for life. I mean, that's applicable to Mr. Kupo. Black logo hot? Yeah, I do agree. TBH, I kind of want a 625 anti-decal. 625 anti-decal is not bad. I actually have a 625 anti-decal at work. Alright, let's check the firmware here. Where is it? Oh. Well, that's not showing up. Okay. Oh, there. Okay. Alright. Use via the app. Authorized device. Obotech WT80G. I believe we're building in 625 today. Right, Adriel? We're building in 625 today. 625 and bottom row. Did you know Yelan's coat is stolen from Pantalon? Oh, Pantalon. My bad. I did not know that. But I'm not. I guess that comes to no surprise. The fashion sense. Was that black logo animal infill by the owner? I don't know how the black logo infill was done. I think Adriel could probably answer that question. Let's see. Yeah, 625 space bar and regular caps lock. Okay, cool. Alright, so I don't need to program any of this. Just go straight to the tester. Was done by Kneedeep. Not sure on the process. Oh, okay. So Kneedeep did the infill, and he might have coated it. I mean, based on this discoloration mark, I think he might have applied heat. Hey, Ninewalker, how's it going? Yella intercepted some shipment of his in Liu or something, and stole the fur and had it made into a coat. Random Genshin lore fact. Genshin has a lot of random lore facts for sure. I mean, it's a very, the lore is very comprehensive. And I actually don't know a lot of it because I haven't read, like, all these different sources, but I sometimes try to read through, like, some of the dialogue. I mean, not the dialogue, the, like, the voice lines and stuff in the game, which kind of tell you more about like people's backgrounds and like their relationships with other characters, but it's cool. I can't read. Reading is difficult. So I don't assume that everyone can read, because that may be a bar that sometimes seems difficult, especially if you work like retail or something. You definitely kind of realize that assuming that people can read could be a high bar. Imagine being literate. Hey, now there's illiterate people out there, but being literate is definitely a blessing. Or perhaps a curse if you know how to, but then don't you really use it for your own advantage, which seems to happen more frequently than not. Is iPhone 14 Pro cool, but I can't change my phone this year? Made a rule that I change my phone every 3 generations. Oh, well, I mean, in 3 generations it'll be much cooler, right? So it's okay. I read what I can, which is why I'm behind on my quest. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, I try to get through quests even though I read, but yeah, it's, especially like for some of the world quests, that's a much slower process. Alright, so PCB's all good. Here's our stabs. We have Equalz PCB screw-in stabilizers. So these are the C3 Equalz ones. We have our switches over here. I'm due for my upgrade. I got 11 Pro Max. Not impressed with the iPhone 14. I have to say, everyone talking about iPhones today, everyone talking about the Apple event today, and I give no shits in the sense that I I haven't had an Apple product since my MacBook Pro 2015, which is the only Apple product I have now, actually. I don't have an iPad anymore. I have an Apple Pencil Gen 1 because when I traded in my iPad Pro, I got to keep it, so I still have a Gen 1 Apple Pencil. Bro really says green bubble solidarity. I mean, I do use a Google Pixel 6 right now. So I mean, like my phones over the years, let me see. I have been using, yeah, pretty much mostly Android phones. So I've been using, I first had a not smartphone for a few years, for many years. And then I switched over to a Nexus 4. And then I switched over to a OnePlus One. And then what did I switch to after that? I don't remember what I switched to. Oh, maybe a Samsung Galaxy S7 or something. And then finally, I think I eventually got like a Pixel 3a. And then just recently, I upgraded to Pixel 6 thanks to some friends who made a gift. So that was nice. But if my friends hadn't gifted me a phone, I don't think I would have upgraded anytime soon. Maybe, but I tend to not upgrade my phone very often. Wow, you have nice friends? Well, so this is like a big group of friends. So we do this thing where like, you know, it's like a group of like 15 people or so, like 10 to 15 people. And what we do is we just pool the money for like one nice gift instead of everyone giving like a small gift. So we kind of are like very like function based. So we're kind of like, oh, like we know that person needed this, so let's get that. So like one of my friends got like, so like of course we're privileged too. So like I obviously acknowledge that part. So one of my friends, like they got like a Dyson vacuum, which is amazing, right? Like Dyson vacuums are like the most amazing things. And I'm not sure if you guys know, but like if you have tried a Dyson vacuum, you can never go back. It's so good. They're so good. Loverboy269, hey, what's up? How's it going? That gift sucks in the best sort of way. Yeah, it spoils you, and once you're spoiled, you can't go back. So, yeah, so that happens. Dyson best quality of life buy in a long time. Not gonna lie, yeah, they really are amazing. It really is so difficult to use anything else. Same goes for like the hair dryers too. I think the Dyson ones are amazing too. So, yeah. I have Dyson vacuum, has green laser on it. I did not know some of them had lasers on them. Or maybe I just never checked. I have like a slightly older model. Well, not me actually, so it's one of my roommates, but yeah. We just share. Do they have small ones for dorm rooms? You can like take it apart for like a smaller version. Like they're all like very modular, so I do think there might be smaller versions. I actually don't know too much about them. Oh, Yuri Shuidor, hello. Thank you for the 8 months, my friend. How's it going? I want to get the hairdryer later this year. Yeah, it's an expensive thing, but it's totally worth it. Skip a keyboard and just get a hairdryer, Peaches. It's totally worth it. Just do it. I personally haven't gotten one because I don't really have too much need to dry. Like, as in, like my hair dries much more quickly than, you know, it would for like women in general, or people with longer hair just in general. Like I don't have that long hair, so my hair dries pretty quickly. But I know that people who have long hair, they love their Dyson hairdryer because it just like it's basically like magic. Takes so little to dry with it. Hopefully it goes on sale for a bit, closing on Christmas, yeah, or even something in between. I'm not sure if like, I mean, you guys don't have, I mean, I'm not sure if you guys have like Black Friday sale, so to speak, because that's like a US thing. But maybe the world kind of uses the same excuse. You can use a smaller, shorter cleaning head for a more portable version. Yeah. I know that part, yeah. It's very modular. I do all my Christmas shopping between July and October. That's pretty smart. That's so smart, Giorin. Best life hack ever? I mean, you save hundreds of dollars doing that, right? Because if you shop for any, let's say, like winter stuff in the hotter seasons, it's super cheap. And then I don't know for electronics and such, but like gadgets. But I mean, things do go on sale more often than not. So, yeah, just basically getting things off season. My hairdresser reckon it's better than the one she sells in salon. My girlfriend bought the hairdryer. LOL. No need to spend money on it. Nice. Cyber Monday on Amazon is everywhere, I think. Dyson isn't there? Oh, good. Well, there you go. That said, I mean, Amazon is a US-based company, so can't be surprised by that. Hammerade, hello, how's it going? Are these new switches? I believe they're supposed to be just like alpacas, but silent. So they're like silent alpacas. Exclamation Spotify. There's no like specific. Well, right now I'm listening to like the Chill Hop Radio playlist, but I use like different music sometimes. It kind of depends. Any advice on decent PBT keycaps that does not break the bank? Oh yeah, I mean, for starters, I recommend checking out some of the different vendors that do have them. So Canakeys has a nice PBT in the Keycaps line. Novel Keys has their cherry PBT stuff. And then Omnitype has also the OTC caps, and then Kinetic Labs has the poly caps. So there's a bunch of vendors, and they're all US based. And I'm sure there's probably proxies out there who might have some of these sets as well, if you're abroad. But those sets are pretty good in terms of price, like bang for the buck, because they do have a lot of compatibility and they're not as expensive. That said, if your budget is lower than that, then it might be worth checking like AliExpress, Amazon, places like that. I mean, I can't say for sure that I would support, for example, like if you wanted to buy something that's, you know, like a rip-off from like a known like designers like Colorway with the novelties and all that, like I can't vouch for it myself. I haven't bought any. But you know, there's like cheaper options out there too that have like maybe more limited compatibility or similar, but are much cheaper. Not sure about their quality though. Can't really tell you too much about that. That luck EU man. So some of the EU vendors, I mean, there's like My Keyboard EU or Prototypist. But Prototypist is based in the UK, so that's a little different. Technically not EU. You could check if My Keyboard EU has anything. I forget what other EU vendors are. I mean, Oblotsky might be around, but I'm not sure if Oblotsky has like cheaper PBT caps as sets as well. He might carry a few actually. So might want to check Oblotsky Industries as well. Has anyone tried the Wood Trip PBT caps? I have not, personally. Anybody who perhaps bought like the Zoom 65, like the Olivia edition, might have tried them, but yeah, not me. Diego, there's content in your Discord. I'm not even gonna bother that, Dura. Good luck. Have fun. Hey yo, Princess All, hello. How's it going? No offense, but I cannot see myself spending 150 euro on Keycap, even worse with energy pricing rising like crazy. Oh, that is a very valid concern, lover boy. I do not blame you thinking that way about buying Keycaps. Because it is expensive, okay? Like the keyboard hobby in general, like as far as like in a lot of like the customization kind of scene right now. Like definitely, it's a big expense. It's a luxury. But yeah, I mean, I do suggest just checking out different sources just to see what options you have at different budget, like, you know, levels. I believe also like I think Alex Odos has a pretty good web page where he has a list of vendors. I'm not sure. I think most of them are probably North America based, but he might list some international vendors as well. You could also always check out like KBD fans. Oh, Adriel, thank you so much for gifting a sub to your friend Emma. This is indeed Adriel's keyboard. I'm NA, so I should be fine with finding vendors. Thanks. Oh, no. Oh. The vendor list is great. Yeah, I do have the vendor list even linked on my like commissions page in my on my website. I just like link it. I just link like a few like resources that could be useful to people. And the vendor list is definitely a good resource that has a good compilation of things. Which ads are intrusive as hell? Just got 5 ads in a row? Oh, that's kind of crazy. I actually have ads set up in such a way where I set the least number of ads possible right now. So for example, I have the pre-roll ads, which basically if you have pre-roll ads in a certain interval and like basically you know, avoids people from having like more ads in between. But and then after that I have like they're at 1 hour intervals, which is the least possible from like the streamer perspective. I can't give you a better deal in that sense. You will get a run of ads every hour, like guaranteed. So but how many ads you get fed is something out of my control. You can in fact use there are ways to block ads, I think, but I do believe that there's one way, which is Twitch Turbo. There's another way, which is I believe if you sub, you should also not get hit with ads. And then finally, there is of course like blocker scripts and whatnot, but I don't know too many details about them either myself, because I first of all don't watch too much Twitch like on my free time, so I actually don't like experience that kind of frustration nearly as much, but I definitely understand it because I've definitely had them before. Like I have been fed like 4 or 5 ads in a row, although sometimes the ads are not like 30-second ads or anything, like they're just like 10-second ads. Although it's annoying to like have like the volume change and like just like very intrusive, because like they block that whole block of time you don't recover from the stream, which is really silly. I really wish they had like non-intrusive ads, like just like something that just wouldn't block the way of viewing a streamer, because once people are live, it's not like they are gonna exactly stop for that amount of time. It's just silly. Turbo is so good. Automatic ads sometimes to help you, but 5 to 7 is really annoying. Yeah, it sucks, to be honest. Diego, have you tried cherry blacks with black hail stems? Going to try some on my next build. The reason I haven't tried them, Dr. Kill Switch, is because I don't like long pole switches. So no, I haven't tried them. I mean, like I've tried other long poles, but not specifically cherry blocks with hail stems though. But yeah, I'm not a huge like user of long pole stem linear switches, so I personally don't really have experiences with them. YouTube does it so much better. I know. I mean, I really like how YouTube adds, like for example, you have the like oh, skip in 5 seconds or whatever, or there's like, you know, just a pre-roll ad, right? And then that's it, you know? Or I don't know. They seem to be doing it much better for sure in that regard. I do really wish Twitch just didn't fuck around with being so intrusive. But yeah, again, something that I'm sure a ton of people, famous or otherwise, have talked about in the Twitch scene, but not something that is getting changed. And like YouTube as a live streaming platform is not the same either, surprisingly. But I mean, it can be just equally supportive and all that for people, but it's definitely not the same. And it's like, first and foremost, I do like keyboard streams as a live stream, not as a video, like as a, you know, like a production, like edited and everything. So yeah. Twitch has a better chat experience and YouTube has a better platform. Yeah, that sounds pretty much right. I do think I have a better chat experience on Twitch compared to YouTube, like for streaming purposes. Like, I do think that's definitely been tailored in a much better way on Twitch, like the chat. But yeah, chat is 50% of the experience. Oh yeah, chat is absolutely 50% of the experience of Twitch. Like, it absolutely is the experience on Twitch. Like, Twitch is fun because chat can be fun, not just the streamer, right? Like, it's also like people around the streamer who participate, or, you know, like meme and shitpost sometimes, or just like, yeah, like it all depends. I mean, that's like the whole community aspect is basically the chat. So yeah, that's another reason why I couldn't see myself going to like YouTube, because I feel like it wouldn't be the same. Simply, I think Twitch is going to push for ads in the future. Yeah, could see them getting pressure from Amazon to make money, because right now they're only losing. Yeah. I mean, it's that change has basically been happening over the years. So we've been seeing it happen, like more ads, like forced or otherwise. Like all this like whole ads incentive program thing, you know, for streamers, for partners, right, is totally a way to play more ads, like more minutes of ads per hour of streams that people have, right? Like, so like, even if it's incentivized by money that they have to pay out to streamers, it's still a fraction. So yeah. Do you think they're getting rid of Prime? I mean, haven't they been slowly getting rid of Prime benefits? Pretty much. From the way I see Twitch's run, I bet the upper executive forcing decision doesn't know. Look at Twitch and how it works. Yeah. I don't like. So I do have a few friends who have worked as engineers at Twitch, and they say the same things we say. Like, they also think that the experience they have as engineers is completely different from how the executive position folks see Twitch as a platform. So, like, you know, if you see any like positive improvements for chat and whatnot, you can thank like some of the people who developed the platform, who like are more well connected with that side of Twitch. But overall, like, these decisions about finances and ads and all these kinds of things, like, it's completely disconnected with how it's run, and like subs and that kind of stuff. I feel like a noob when it comes to keyboards. Do you have any YouTube recommendations to understand the topic more? I mean, watching me build a keyboard is one way to start, but there are some good videos. Like, I mean, Teha Types' videos definitely start a lot of people on the basics, like his like why custom keyboards kind of thing. Kind of gives you the reasoning. And then there's a few videos, was it Avi who also kind of like was like, oh, like where the hell do I start with keyboards, and he like made a video about that, basically about like what parts you need to purchase, that kind of stuff. But there are a lot of videos on YouTube that you can just look up how to do keyboard stuff, but the basics are simple. Is that keyboards are a custom, like people sell keyboards in a custom keyboard kit where it includes the case, the plate, the PCB, the printed circuit board, so the brains of the board, and then you assemble all of it together by adding stabilizers, which is what I'm currently lubing, and then switches, and then put it all together, and then you put keycaps, cable, you know, whatever you might need accessory wise. JK Phoenix sublining always want to say super kudos to the tiger, dog, and crocodile, I guess. Manatine had a good video. Oh yeah, Manatine also has been getting into the keyboard scene as a creator, and so he also has pretty good content. Definitely been seeing a lot of like more introductory oriented content out there that's very welcoming. So I do suggest checking out, like just doing a few searches, and it shouldn't be too difficult to find. I think the algorithm does feed you the right suggestions. Hey Nathan, Teha Kim, keyless Mendes types keyboards. Hey, wanna hear the pickup line that landed my future wife, soon to marry? I mean, sure. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm too curious, but I'm kind of curious. You're saying I can link my Amazon Prime account to my Twitch account and I can subscribe to my favorite streamer for free every month? Nice per one, thank you. Oh, Matt, hello, how's it going? Didn't see you here. Yeah, there's been a lot of new creators out there making cool content. I mean, I certainly don't make content for YouTube because, as I said, I haven't learned how to edit videos, and I also don't have the time to shoot and draft up projects in that regard. Like as it is, streaming and doing what I'm currently doing is pretty much at capacity. But let's say I manage my time a little better than how I already do, which is pushing it. It's still a lot, but yeah, that's something that I haven't really thought about because it's just not within the realm of portability. But I've definitely thought about like, oh, like what if I did like a video on like how to loop stabs and just basic things. But I think the easiest way for you to ask me how to do things is just to come and ask me on stream. That's the easiest way to learn from me. Is just to ask me, because I pretty much answer all these questions as earnestly as possible, in a comprehensive way if I can, and hopefully in a clear way that is understandable to you. If it's not, you can just tell me I don't understand you. Girl, are you from Mississippi? Cause you were the only miss who's Mississippi. Jesus. Ah, yeah. I'm a lover boy and you're the Pepsi to my fantasy about to become reality. Funny thing, it worked on her 5 years ago. Ah, yeah. I'm going to become a keyboard wizard from your content on Diego's. Oh. Not a video, but this mod musings how to guide has been my go-to rec for newcomers since it was first posted. Yeah, so the mod musings, that's Mr. Matt. Oh, hello Juan. How's it going? Oh, Juan, I got your message. I think that should be fine. Did you check with if that's okay? All these silver blue boards like this on the XOX70 got me feeling away lately. Really liking the lightning colorway. I'm glad. I mean, it's funny. So it's really out of my preference. Like it's not that I'm infatuated with the colorway. It was more that I saw other silver combinations. Like I've seen silver and black, silver and red, like other combos out there. Right? And I was like, why is there no silver and blue? Like because the first that started that idea, like for me, was the Keycult number 2 Contemporary Red Edition, which was part of the first release of Keycult number 2 boards. And it was this first come first serve sale along with the stainless steel ones that they first debuted the design with. And I was like, okay, I mean silver and red looks dope. But why is there no silver and blue? That would be kind of cool, like a contemporary blue. So I was like, oh, silver and blue. Like, I'll wait for the silver and blue one. And it's so funny, like, it never happened until just recently. Like, it took like 3 years for them to get to a silver and blue colorway. And in that meantime, it kind of got memed a bit. They're like, oh yeah, Lightning's been waiting for the silver and blue. And then other people were like, and like sometimes I would build like, you know, protos for people, and sometimes people would ask like, what color do you want your board to be? And then some people would pick up like, oh, silver and blue, you like silver and blue, so we'll do a silver and blue and send that to you. Or they would name it, you know, like lightning silver, and you know, they'll put like a blue accent or whatever. So that's kind of where it came from, but it's funny. In retrospect, it's kind of just like, it's just silly. But yeah, didn't really lay claim on it. You need to break up just stay for funsies line. Just ping them? Okay. On camera it looks silver, but yeah, this is a white top. This is definitely white. Eye is good, sir? Okay, perfect. So I'll should we write that in? So well, I'll just make the announcement now. So for those who are in chat here, I think we will probably have the Dodgy Seisero or 60% prototype build. This time is a second time to prepare for the upcoming group buy. That's gonna happen tomorrow night. It's gonna be a late night stream, likely around the same time, so 9 p.m. ish Eastern. So 6 p.m. for those in Pacific, and much later for those in fact, a very bad time for those in Europe, and an early time for those in Asia. Apologies to those who are in the EU or in that part of the world where it's an ungodly hour for me to be alive. But unfortunately, that's the only time I have available. I actually have a course, like, you know, I have a class, and like it ends like at 8. So all I'm gonna do is literally just come out from that, and then I'm gonna probably grab something quick to eat, and then come back, you know, unpack, get ready, and then unbuild. So yeah. Will you finish tonight, or is this a long process? I'll definitely finish tonight, yes. It takes about, I'll say about 2 hours total. And then it's like, the rest of the time is me just getting distracted by things. Because I'm like talking. Are you going to be in the mood? I'll be fine. I actually might be in a good mood because I'm kind of excited for that particular course. I mean, I've been in a pretty decently good mood this week, I think. It's been, first of all, it's been, weather-wise, it's been a lot nicer these days. It's finally not as hot. Like the temperature went down a decent bit. It's still kind of humid because it rained, but it's been a lot better the past few days. I know that West Coast folks are dying from a heat wave. I've heard. It's rough out there. Fallen, 9 months, thank you. Mr. Diego, what are your thoughts on the Mont Servon or Servon, not sure how to pronounce. Maybe it's Servon, but so that board, I mean, so I was actually surprised they went ahead to make that board when the EM8 exists and is about to ship. In the sense that it's a similar concept, and it makes sense given Syrian's background / history with keyboards. He was the one who made these ergonomic, you know, EM is supposed to be ergonomic modified, and then the model number. So 8 is like actually the 8th iteration of his ergonomic keyboards. And so Monster Ride is like a spin on that, right? Kind of takes it further. And so I like the idea of it. For me personally, it's too big for a desk. It just feels super chunky. I do like the idea of like this invertible sides. That kind of stuff is super cool. Like the fact that you can invert the typing angle. That kind of stuff is really cool. I mean, there's like wrist rest parts of it. Like the whole like keyboard itself has basically like a wrist rest or like a palm, or I think it's a wrist rest portion of it that you can also adjust like the components for it, like what kind of material you have for the rest. I believe you can have those made if you just know the dimensions, which you can easily measure. It's a cool board, but it is, engineering wise, it is pretty complex and probably pricey. So would I buy it? No. For myself. Just because it is expensive and it's something I don't necessarily need as far as like, do I need an ergonomic board like that? No, and it's also pretty chunky and kind of, for me, in a way where I would call it obnoxiously heavy. Like, it's just too heavy. Sitting on a desk. Like, it's hard to move around, it's just really big, and yeah. So Darian, hello, what's up? Hello, Super Switch. What's up, my friend? How are you enjoying your new camp? I saw that you posted about that and I was like, ooh. Have you tried it out? I'm not yet? Oh, okay. It's on the way? Okay, nice. That's exciting! That's exciting. Do you have any plans for it? Like, is there a specific reason why you were, like, scoping out a deal for it? Like, were you planning on using it for specific things? Or, like, traveling, or, like, just shooting random stuff? Exciting. New gadgets, new gear is always super exciting. I mean, just kind of like getting a new keyboard can be super exciting. It's the same idea. I always get excited when I have like stuff like new gadgets ship, and I'm like, ooh, I can't wait for it. Can't wait to try this thing. Hoping that it's like a quality of life improvement for the most part. It's going to take a couple weeks because batteries. Oh. I'm hoping to make it into my new travel camera. Oh, that's sweet. I don't ever see myself going into full frame again for a second time. I did full frame. I was a Nikon person for a while and I enjoyed it. I shot with Canon too before a little bit. I enjoyed it. It was fun, but I never ever see myself going back into full frame. That's it. Like, period. It's so heavy, so inconvenient. Even if it's mirrorless, it's just the glass is super expensive. There's so many reasons for me not to want it anymore. And well, it's not my career, so yeah, I don't see myself going back into full frame at all. Apple announced my next camera today. Oh yeah, what are you getting, Mr. Juan? Are you getting this new iPhone? Are you gonna go for the, was it the Max? Ah, man, phones are so expensive now too. Like, I'm baffled when like these phones are like almost like even over $1,000. It's crazy. Keyboards are expensive enough? Yeah. Good night, one drunk man. Have a good night. Things as always. No particular reason for buying it now, other than I found it. That camera is just sold out everywhere. I see. I see. Deep Purple Pro? Maybe Max? Haven't decided on size, TBH. Oh. I don't like phones that are too big for my hands. So, like, I use... So this is the Pixel 6. So I use my Pixel 6, and I enjoy it because it's a smaller size. I don't think I could see myself using the bigger one. Is it the Pro? Yeah, I just don't like... I don't like it when the phone is like too big for holding like this. Basically, it's just really uncomfortable. I want to be using like two hands to like do like maneuver my phone. Long story short, I just happened to upon a gently used body that was at a decent price. Guys seemed legit enough, so I jumped at the chance. Nice. I have a full-frame Sony a7R III and a 6400, and I love them, but taking either of them while traveling is such a hassle. Do you find the a6400 to be also a hassle? I travel with my a6400. Oh, speaking of which, I need to edit photos from the one trip that I did before. Out of context, that sounds sus. It does. I do only because I always end up taking all my lenses. Just annoying. Oh yeah, I don't do that. I pretty much only just take 2 lenses. That's it. I take 1 zoom lens and 1 prime lens. That's it. And that might be a lot. Sometimes I just take 1 prime lens and I just call it a day. A friend of mine has an in-law who uses her Galaxy Fold only fully open, not the flip, but the big one. Oh, like the one that looks like a notebook. Yeah, that, like the little notepad looking one. Yeah, that one's also kind of crazy. But only using it like that, it's really funny. It's like, you think they're like reading their Kindle or something, but no. But I like the idea of a compact camera I can just grab and go. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the goal, I think, for me too. It's like, if I'm traveling with a camera, like if I'm going to be taking a camera, like the gear, then yeah, it better be portable. Like it better be small and easy to use just by itself. Nothing is as compact as the Ricoh GR3. I have not seen in person. I know what it looks like, but I have not seen in person. I also wanted to try Fujifilm for years. They seem like one of the best models to purchase without getting stuck into a completely new ecosystem. Although it is basically a new ecosystem. Like, in fact, that's actually why a lot of people don't go into Fujifilm at the beginning. But if you're starting fresh, a lot of people do go into Fujifilm because it's just like, oh, well, like, it doesn't matter what you go into. You just need to pick one, and some people just don't care too much about, like, the whole, like, oh, does it have a lot of third-party support or whatever? Or do I need to buy like all these lenses, right? It is, but it's a fixed lens, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's, I mean, well, anything can be a fixed lens if you decide that it is. Right? So... I know somebody who is like that. Who they buy a camera, they choose a lens, and that's it. They stick with that, and that alone. They manage somehow to have the self-control and capacity to think of this camera as a fixed gear camera, which is kind of crazy. Which I'm not capable of doing, but I know there's people who can. And the most indecisive person there is, if I have freedom of choice, I'm doomed. Oh no, decision paralysis. Also, yo, Reborn, what's up? 21 months, thank you. When presented with the opportunity to bleed money into new hobby, I'll do it. Oh no. Oh noes. I have select hobbies that I focus my time and like pour my money into at a given amount, like at a given time, and right now that's like keyboards, right? But I tend to not delve in deeply into anything else ever. Like I either have to abandon one and then hop on the other, or just stay in the same one. That's just kind of like my way of doing it. But I know I definitely know there's people who have a hard time stopping themselves from going deeply into, I mean, from not going deeply into certain like niches and hobbies. When presented with, I mean, no, much of my own despair, I did that with vinyl. Oh boy, yeah. There's like 4 or 5 people in my server right now that. Peach is included, who has been, they have been in the vinyl world, and they constantly are like, oh my god, look what I got! And I'm like, that's cool, but yeah. Roughly how many hobbies? For me, max is like 2. I try to focus like one that's on the more like indoor side of things, and then one that's something else. So for a while, for me that was music. So for me, that was like, I used to play taiko, so I used to put money into that, as in like I was big into like buying like drumsticks, and I wanted to contribute to having one of my like one of the performing groups I used to be in, like trying to get drums and stuff, or like new gear, like some of those like digital MIDI based like players, like instruments, yeah, or like traveling for conferences. Yeah, but I tried to stick to like 2, 3 at most. I mean, I would say that the more I diverge outside of the main one or the main 2, I am very invested. I'm literally just looking for like the bare minimum. Like for example, like the audio thing, like I recently got these new IEMs, and that's where I stopped. I got like new headphones, and that's where I stopped. Photography, same thing. I bought just the ones I needed. Like I have a macro lens, I have a wider prime lens, a normal-ish length prime lens, and a zoom lens, and that's it. No more. No need for anything else. Yeah. Are keyboards and artisans separate hobbies for you, Diego? For me, they're pretty much one and the same. But for me, that's basically one and the same. Yeah. Because so the way I see art is, aside from collecting the art itself and appreciating like the art, right? I do see them as a keycap at the end of the day. So if I don't see that artisan on a particular build at some point in time, then I try to steer away from it, for example. So it must be like a mountable keycap that I can use. For example. And if I cannot visualize that in my mind, then I avoid it. We talking about our sicknesses? Yeah, about our vices, about our weaknesses. Or perhaps you can call them strengths, so you can feel a little better about it. Yeah, the good thing about some hobbies, especially like for example like certain things like with sports or outdoor things or whatever, is that once you spend a certain amount like for your basic gear, like you know, let's say maybe you're into hiking and you spend on a backpack and on some shoes or whatever, and you know, a few other things, and you kind of stop there. I know some people who kind of go ham into that stuff too, like they like to accessorize essentially. Good for them, but I'm like I'm definitely a bit of the one and that's it kind of a guy. I'm slowing down with keyboards actually, same. I've been slowing down with keyboards in general, so it shows. The easiest way for me to know that I'm slowing down is it shows on my balance. It shows on how many things I get at a given point in time, and how much I interact with people also, because that's actually a lot of where I like kind of get sucked into things. Is like how much I interact with people does determine how much I buy, or like how much I get. Because it's like talking to people make one thing sometimes. So yeah. Good night, man. Have a good rest of your stream. Thank you so much, Varmith. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. I did pare down my photography kit around 3 years ago. Now I only have a kit lens at 24-55-85. That's actually pretty good. 24-55-85. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good, actually. That's perfect. I don't think you even need more than that. My main device still watches and now vinyl, but with watches not a quantity thing. Yeah, that's a good thing about watch. It is not a quantity thing. Like I pretty much wear the same 2 watches every day. Right now, I have a cheap Skagen. Oh, actually, I have them right here. These are the 2 watches I wear every day. I have this Citizen Eco Drive that someone gifted me, and then I just have a cheap Skagen beater watch with this black strap. Oh, I have one more. Actually, I have one more, which is a Seiko Cocktail Time, and that one was a gift from my brother, so I use that too. So I use that for more fancy occasions because it also has like a nice strap for it, and so it kind of looks a little bit more appropriate for like more formal events. But these are the only watches I use.
You gonna put consultant alpacas in here? What me go, what's up?
Extra Prius. We are indeed basically putting in silent alpacas into this board. Is one of those from Neko? Yeah. That's the one, Krusty. That's the one. The one I got from them. I love watches, but I just cannot jump into another hobby. I acknowledge that I don't need watches, so I personally don't see. So the only way I see myself getting a nice watch is deciding that I need to make an upgrade, which for me right now, I have no necessity. So if, for example, I would upgrade my watch if I had a more socially active professional life, so to speak. So if my job required me to interact more with people and have a more outward facing aspect to it, and because a watch is an accessory that you wear every day and you also show when you're there in person, I would invest essentially in nice clothes, a nice watch and things like that, just because for me it's a form of showing the best version of myself essentially to myself and other people. So it would be a bit of pleasing myself too, because it feels good to look good, right? So that's kind of like where I would stand with that. Your artisan channel is full of enablers, yeah, including myself. Watch at the proper level are a completely different level. Yeah. I wear my G-Shock. Yeah, G-Shock. Oh my gosh. In terms of expenditure, watches are eye-watering. Yeah. I mean, there's also people into cars. Holy moly. Cars are a beast of a hobby too. Like people who are into cars and modding and that kind of stuff. Oh my god. Beep let us hello. Hey Diego, how you doing? Good. I just have a Seiko 5. I used to have a Seiko 5, but mine broke. So and repairing the watch would cost more than buying a new one. But I haven't bought a new one because I already have a few that work. For me, it's not even the wearing of it. I love mechanical watches specifically. It just gives me joy. I mean, I love like the movement stuff. I know knowing about them, reading about them is super fun. Like I love nerding out about watches. But the good thing is that it doesn't give me the urge to buy them. That's something that I'm very grateful for, is that I don't get the urge to buy them even if I just know about them. I think a lot of that for me was because I was so focused on being frugal when like I was in school. So back when I was in back when I was in college, like in university, right? I was really frugal because I had to pay my own bills, and I had to pay for tuition, and I had loans, and I had a work study, which was, I had a job. I was working like 20 hours a week and then going to school and doing all these things, and I had to pay all these things, right? So I was so used to the mentality of like every penny kind of counts, that for me, I was like, I love learning about these like nerdy hobbies or like these like expensive hobbies or whatever, but never have the temptation to like go into them because I just simply didn't have the chance, like the ability. And even now, if I had the ability, I'm still not as nearly as tempted because of that kind of like habit. It's like a habitual thing. That's a sophisticated way of saying you have more watches if you could flex them more. Yeah, sure. But for me, it's not about flexing on other people. Like, I don't need the validation of other people saying, that's a nice watch. It's more so about me feeling good about myself wearing it. Which is more so about like I like how it looks on my wrist. Or, I like how it goes with the outfit. Or, I love how the movement's so precise and I can see that. Or like, I love how it looks, kind of thing. That's not the right one. More so like it's really, for me, I don't really mind if like whatever people might think about whether the watch looks good on me or whatever. Like that's cool, but I think it's important though in like outdoor facing, like public functions, like social functions. I think it is important to have an appearance in order to make impressions. I think that's a given in pretty much every social function out there. So that's that reasoning. I could never afford Tourbillon, but I just love them. But I just can't. Yeah. I'm waiting on menu at the moment because I have fun board coming in, so literally just sitting and waiting from being impatient. Oh, I see. Wait, do you design boards, BB Lettuce? I'm gonna get mud flaps from my car soon. I actually don't even know what are mud flaps? Are those like to protect your car from getting muddy? Oh, I think I know what they are. Never mind. Never mind. I was thinking about a term in Spanish, and then I think I know what they are. Okay. Please don't tell me those are MX Blues. These are called Durock Dolphins. They're like a silent linear switch. I fully appreciate the beauty of a well-designed watch. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful things out there. Like furniture, like really well made, like really well crafted wood, like wooden products. Whether it has a function or it's decorative, kind of like just appreciating art, right? There are certain things that you look at and you're like, oh, that's beautiful. Like that's it's a great work of craftsmanship, and it's a great show of craftsmanship, or like oh, look how far we've come in developing like the X or Y thing. There's like elegant things, eleganto kind of stuff. If you know what I mean. Watches are so pog. I go everywhere in a t-shirt and basketball shorts, no watch, no fancy clothes. Mud flaps prevent rocks and mud that get kicked by your tires from hitting your paint on the doors and rear bumper. Yeah, I know what you're talking. I know what that is. Now that you've I thought about it a little bit and I was like, okay, I've definitely seen them. Don't get me started on clever and well-executed woodworking. Oh boy. I mean, I've told myself, for example, So the other day, you know, I know somebody who has you guys know Sub-Zero branded fridges? They're kind of like integrated. They look like a cabinet on the wall, okay? They're really nice. And they also maintain things in the fridge really well. Like, it's really well insulated. The function of the fridge is to keep things dry, right? It extracts humidity and maintains things cold. And, you know, I was like, oh, if there is one thing, like, once, like, you know, like, when I have the ability to do so, that I want to invest, like, investing as in, like a quality of life improvement, my money on is definitely, like, a well-furnished kitchen. Nice oven, nice fridge, nice counters, good knives that work, sharp, and well-maintained. A very good-looking cutting board. Things like that. I did with a friend. It's a Spirited Away theme board. It's kind of a mix of a Bakeneko Q and Keycult all together. Huh. Cool, BB Lettuce. This is the first proto, so who knows? I mean, that's why you prototype. I follow a few woodworkers on YouTube. I'm just in awe of the stuff they make. Ooh. I would probably follow too. Well, I guess I don't watch YouTube as much, but I definitely try to... Well, sometimes when it's suggested to me, like on YouTube or whatever, on the algorithm, I try to check it out. I've seen some really cool stuff out there. But, yeah. I'm a sucker for some Sashimono joinery. You don't have to walk 3 feet to the sink. The water spouts above the oven. What do those look like? I think I'm gonna have to use the plate fork on this part right here. Like this? Or this? Let me see. Oh, this picture is tiny, but I see what you mean. That's... Oh, I see. But that looks so ugly. Okay, it is useful, but that looks so ugly. Oh, I don't like how that looks. Sorry, Kupo. That looks so ugly. It looks convenient though, but it's so ugly. First world kitchen problems, that's for sure. Speaking about the stuff, these are filling up pots for pastas and such. Yeah, no, it makes sense in the kitchen where you're doing a lot of that, but kind of looks ugly. It's definitely for convenience. Do you watch David Bull? Oh wait. Literally called a pot filler? Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. The amount of detail those guys are able to pull off, both the people who carve wood blocks and the printer is amazing. Oh, so I really got into wood carving and stuff because I was doing taiko at that time, right? And so, in case you didn't know, some of the specialty drums that are made for taiko. So taiko is Japanese drumming. Taiko literally means big drum. Tai means big, ko means drum. So it's big drum or fat drum. And a lot of the traditional Japanese drums, these old, like you know, used in like rituals or like in festivals, and nowadays like just in performance, right? They're made out of single trunks of wood, single blocks of wood, and they're of course milled out and carved right into drums. And you know they put cow skins, like leather basically, to like they skin both sides, and you know they make a drum out of it. But the insides, the interior of each of those blocks of wood, they're carved in certain patterns to create a certain sound basically. And it's like the most fascinating thing. And there's obviously like different shapes and some like humongous drums. There's like, you can make drums out of like kind of like barrel style, so you have like various planks that you put together. But yeah, a lot of the woodworking that I was interested in kind of started from there. Of course, one of my favorite musical artists. That's the origin of the emote of you drumming? What emote of me drumming? What do you mean? I don't think there's an emote of me. Oh, yeah, that was. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, Krusty. Yeah, so that was because Mick took a picture. I was talking to Mick and some of the others about, I used to do taiko, so I posted a picture of me doing taiko, like a picture was taken of me while I was playing taiko, and Mick like edited it. Yeah, and made like an emote. So that was where it came from. Yes, that is correct. I love Kodo. Well, Kodo is the #1 known group in the world. They are basically like the father figures of like performing groups that started off from Japan, because they were like the first international performing group for taiko in its contemporary form. So that's why Kodo is very well known. Back then there was Kodo, and then there was Ondekoza, and then more groups surged, like, you know, formed since then. There's quite a lot now. There's like Tao, and there's like, obviously there's like Kodo actually, like, you know, they tour internationally. And of course there's North American taiko groups, as well as players, individual players. Lots of amazing people out there. Oh, shoot! Mr. Alex, that's a fat raid. Wow, welcome. Welcome, raiders. Hello. Holy moly, that's a big raid. Alex, thank you so much for the raid. How's your stream? How are you doing, Alex? It's been a hot minute. Alex of the toes. Incoming F? Hopefully not this time. Person face, hello. How's it going? Getting over being sick? Let's go, buddy. I heard you had your voice was out. Was that just from being sick? Like you had a cold or something? Because I was like, did Alex go to like karaoke and his voice was out or something? Just kidding. But I'm glad to hear you're well, or you're doing better at least. Yeah. Give me your Keycult, boy. You're gonna have to ask the owner that one. Get this Saring air suction fan thingy filter. He thinks he might have laryngitis. Oh no! Oh, boy, that sucks. I hope it's nothing serious, man. That would suck considering how much you stream. You stream like what, 4 or 5 times a week these days? Sometimes even more, I feel. Have a great evening, person face. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and indeed, bye, Alex. Have a good cleanup, dude. Thank you so much for the raid again. Folks who are stopping by, if this is your first time, my name is Diego. I also go by Lightning online, or Lightning XI if you see me on, like, you know, places like Reddit or Keycap or other places. I build keyboards just like Mr. Alex does. And I've been in the community for a good number of years. And today we're building this commission Keycult. It's in white and blue. It looks silver, but it's actually white. And it actually has silent switches, and it's a very well matched board as far as the color scheme here. We have these Durock Dolphin switches, which are silent linears, kind of like silent alpacas, and yeah, they have like these blue stands with a transparent housing. That should be really interesting. Well, that's good that you find it interesting. So we are talking about how some people believe that silent keycolds should not exist because because dude, what the fuck? Keycolds were built for poppy talkie sound. Prove me wrong. For fuck's sake, you can just go silent shit on them. Even though I have both silent alpacas and bobas, I can't imagine me using them on the fucking Keycult. Give the man vintage blacks out of nowhere some good shit. I'll be okay even with scratchy creams, but not the silent ones. Yeah, so that's the meme. Well, it became a meme because I got that as a comment. So I did a silent Keycult build one time. It was a 265, and it had silent tactiles, I think. And someone posted that on my YouTube channel, like as a comment, and people were like, I mean. People have preferences for their switches. Maybe the keyboard is going to be at work where you need to be quiet. Maybe. Just maybe. And so I decided to really embrace carpe diem. And I decided to copy this wonderful comment and immortalize it in the best form possible, which is just to joke about it in some good fun, healthy fun for everybody to enjoy. And so it's not to mock that person in particular, but I thought the comment was phrased in such a way that was pretty funny.
Hola compater.
Hola compater. Hello. Compadre, Jesus, ¿cómo estás? Muchas gracias, amigo. 7 months, my fellow cultural appropriation fella. I personally am getting into the hobby to get a quality silent keyboard for late night gaming while my fiance is sleeping. Look how considerate Benson is. Wow. Let the man game some, and also let the fiance sleep. That's so considerate of you. But also, there are many ways to do a really silent build. So the good news is that there are good silent switches out there. I mean, these Durock Dolphins are definitely very nice. Silent alpacas I definitely recommend. And I personally would say a build with a softer plate, like a plastic plate, might help in also diffusing some of that energy and also making it softer and easier to type on, and at the same time having a quiet downstroke and upstroke. So if you ever get into that, you can pick out a plate like polycarbonate or something like that, for example, with some silent linears, which are lubed. Also, lubing switches makes a humongous difference in making for silent switches. It really is going to be a make or break kind of difference. I also suggest lubing your springs. The way I do it is I just take out all of the springs and put them into a small plastic tub. Put some oil. Specifically, I use Victorinox multi-tool oil. Some people use Crytox 105, for example. And they will, and then you just close the container and shake it. You can do it in the bag too, plastic bag. Razer keyboard stabs are pissing her off. No surprises there. The rattle is pretty bad on some OEM stuff. Those are the best silent switches I've had. I don't know what's the best silent switch, to be honest. I have tried a number of them, like I tried Roselius and Sakurios, which are basically the Gateron's ZLPC version of silent linears, and they're pretty good too. I mean, like, quote-unquote MX Xylens, which are the name for Cherry MX brand silent linear stem inside of a ZLPC like Gateron housing that used to be called an MX Xylent. And so that option is also pretty viable. Like, I certainly know that like Keycaps and a lot of people have built like that, and those are also very quiet once you lube them and stuff. So quite a few options. Any LSD oil avail? Yeah, I don't have what does LSD stand for again? Was it limited slip differential oil? I got 5 ads in a row. Diego's making dough today. I swear to God, person's face, I did not choose the number of ads. I have no control over it. I actually, on my dashboard, I swear to God, I have the lowest possible setting for ads, number of ads, and density of ads. So I have no clue. It's crazy, man. Like, the way ads get served on Twitch is crazy. Like, it's kind of crazy that we don't have the control over it either. Like, I mean, like, of course, like, you as a viewer have the ability to sub or like to use Twitch Turbo or some kind of blocker or whatever. But God, like, I think it's ridiculous for creators to not have control over ads being fed into like their viewers, because it determines the overall outcome of how those viewers are going to perceive your channel, because they're wasting time watching these ads while you're making content because they're so intrusive in the first place. They actually interrupt whatever content is happening. Like, what if you're watching a gaming stream and, you know, pro gamer streamer is doing a play of the game, and then you get hit with like 6 ads. That shit's whack. Like, honestly, I don't get it. I know you guys are like, oh, don't worry, like, you know, you making money, all that, you know, supporting, all that's great, and I'm very thankful for it. But I mean, just because I've been on the viewer side too, it's like, I don't get it. It's so stupid. But I guess my corporate, my money making. And oh, they are running more this month because it is September. Oh yeah, they're incentivizing September. That's right. I forgot about that. That feeling when you actually forget it's September. So you don't really. I don't think in the past week I have ever told any of my people to, oh yeah, it's September, so you should totally sub because it's cheaper. I remember mentioning it once because I think someone said like it was like, oh, I think MSA mentioned it was super cheap in like India or something, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Sub, I'm gonna sub. Yeah. Bruh. Ads hurt small channel so badly? Yeah, exactly. Like, it's brutal, man. But Bezos need more monies? Man's already been to space or whatever. Not outer space? I mean, wishful thinking. Outer space might be better. Imagine subbing on Twitch. Drew with that strong anti-subbing mentality going strong for many years that I've known Drew, which is fine. I get it, because I also don't tend to. I mean, I sub for a lot of people, just to support them. So that's the main reason I do it, right? Save more money and sub for 6 months in advance. That's true. That is true. Are these silent switches? Yes, click a clacka. That's correct. These are indeed silent switches. Bezos eats McDonald's. He's a man of the people. Hey. I like McDonald's too, okay? I like their $1 hash brown deal sometimes in the morning. And they also have that $1 daily large iced coffee. Wait, no. Large iced coffee is no, they have the $1 coffee deal too. Sometimes I get their $1 coffee. Fortunately, my McDonald's sometimes serves they send pretty bad coffee. Sometimes they serve pretty good coffee, like it tastes like coffee instead of it's watered down. But I mean, I normally always either get it black or I get it just with milk, no cream, no sugar, no syrup. So yeah, hash browns from McDonald's go so hard. Yeah, fries and hash browns are where it's at for Mickey D's. I mean, I like their McNuggets and I like their McChicken and that kind of stuff, but for their potatoes do go hard. Yo, hash browns slap. If I could have a never-ending supply of hash browns in my freezer, I totally would have it. But the problem is just frying them. Deep frying that stuff is messy and annoying to do. Mickey D's hash browns legit the best, even better than the diner. I've definitely had, I've definitely had really, like, I definitely don't think I've had, like, I don't think I've had better hash browns than that's like, I mean, I've had some good ones, but it's not often. It's not often. Hey, Jay Reggie, thank you so much for continuing gift sub. Coffee cult when they hear McDonald's coffee, yo, it's okay. I admit to my guilty pleasures, okay? I'm not gonna pretend like I only drink the nice coffee I make with my coffee machine every morning. No. I do make my own coffee, okay? I do brew my own coffee. I have pour overs. I have a Chemex. And I do like my pour overs, you know? But I also sometimes I just live with that shitty coffee life, with that cheap and shitty coffee life. I mean, sometimes it's not that shitty, so it's okay. Air fryer? Oh, air fryers are great. That's true. That's true. I forgot. I need to kick karma from the server so I can get my air fryer from Quelbit. I still need to do that. I haven't done that. So there is a so I believe I should be banning people so I can get free appliances. Just kidding. You make it so Butler can bring it. Was that an impression from the aristocrat? No, I'm just making accents for fun. But sure. You could see it that way too. I'm just trying to, you know, make a different voice of kind of, I don't know. Maybe like in movies you see people who talk like that. Aristocrats don't make their own pour overs, Juan. That is true. I'm a pleb. I'll ban myself to get a free class. Oh boy. What headphones are those? I'm currently wearing Moondrop Variation IEMs. Moondrop Variations. El café listo de la abuela siempre sabe bien. Mano, uff. Cafecito de la olla. So good. Oh, have you guys ever had like a good, like a cup of coffee with a bit of cinnamon? God. So okay, I learned that some people grind their coffee with cinnamon, and then and like sometimes they either toast it with it so that the cinnamon kind of like gets like infused into the beans. So good, so good. That shit slaps. That shit's like mind blowing. The first time I tried it, I was like, I never thought I would like coffee black back then. This was like when I was much younger too. Like this was maybe like, actually this was, I don't know, like 15 years, no. Yeah, like 15 years ago maybe. And I tried that for the first time. I was like, it's amazing. 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 Just, ugh. My mom did that. Oh. Yes. I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but a dash of cinnamon and some hot chocolate slaps. Yeah, cocoa. Yeah, hot cocoa. Oof. So yummy. Alright. Let's just test this PCB first before we put it into the case. It sounds nice and quiet, so you won't hear much, but... And also right now the noise filter's on, but when we get to the typing test. 15 years ago, what were you in kindergarten? I was like in high school, I guess. How old was I? Yeah, I was like high school? Something like that. Test this. Con pancito de muerto. Uy, ya que se acerca la fecha. Uf. Ya vas a ver cuando llegue GMK mi clan. Con el panecito de muerto. Uf. Uf. How many people are gonna post photos of GMK mi clan with a pan de muerto and, you know, like a calavera and like all these things? And a few flores de cempasúchil. Anyway. That's gonna be a while from now, but yeah. Alright, we're good. Everything's working. Alright, folks, let's open up the case. I drink my coffee like a dessert, so super sweet. I like my coffee with salted caramel syrup. I've never done that, and I personally am not a huge fan of caramel. Personal preference. Wait, is this? No. T8. Can't wait to see that in 2025. My grandfather has a farm in the Dominican Republic that my family gets beans from. Some good stuff. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Hot chocolate and a warm cinnamon bun. Oof. Cinnamon rolls and cinnamon buns are so delicious. Are you Mexican? Yes, I was born and raised in Mexico. No cream, no sugar, none of that. I mean, so, okay. I don't know. I do think this is a very like Latino kind of thing. I have my first cup of coffee with milk, but nothing after that. Everything else after that is black. But my first cup of coffee in the morning always has milk. Always has milk. I don't know why. I just don't like it black for my first cup. I like my first cup with milk. Doesn't everyone do that? No. That's not everybody. Some people just love their coffee black. Or some people just love putting like a shit ton of other things, but well, we don't even have to talk about that. ¿Cuál es tu comida favorita de México? Ay, güey. I mean, unos taquitos de tripa y unos de al pastor, never lost, you know? Tengo que decir el mole. Uff. Digo, un mole muy rico, pero así clásico. Yo digo que unos taquitos de al pastor, o con tripa, bien dorados. Uf, sheesh. Pozole, un pozole en el invierno. Sheesh, so good. I love pozole. Fucking love pozole. Pozole is the best thing ever. Diego, do you like atole? Ooh, I love atole. Oh my god. I have been looking for atole here. I have not had a cup of atole in so long, man. I love atole. Love atole. Like champurrado, atole, like, so good. Are your parents from Mexico also? They're not. I mean, I was born and raised in Mexico, but my parents are originally from Korea, which is why I look Asian. But they did live in Mexico over 30 years, so they know pretty much a lot about like everything about the culture, really. Yeah, I mean they're technically Mexican, I guess. They're naturalized, so. Basado el Diego. Sheesh. Chamoy powder in coffee? I don't know about that one. Earlier I had an elote. I was walking out from the subway station earlier when I was coming back home, and I saw the lady selling elotes. So I bought my elote, put some mayonesa, queso, chile, un poquito de limón. Oof! Sheesh! And a dash of tahini as well. Did your parents make you speak Korean at home? They did. They actually did make me speak Korean at home, so I do speak Korean with my parents. I do not speak Spanish with my parents because they had me speak Korean at home. Good for them, I do agree. I mean, I'm very thankful that that was the case. I really am super grateful for my parents, that's for sure. Wow, tres idiomas? Mm-hmm. Do your parents have a Mexican accent when they speak Korean? No. No, because they immigrated, so they speak Korean fluently. I mean, I would say they have a Korean accent and they speak Spanish. Yeah. 3 languages like having superpowers? I definitely am very grateful for my circumstances. That's for sure. Alright, so here is the disassembled board. If you haven't seen one, this is the top piece. That's how it assembles. It's the top piece here. It's all in white. The inside has gaskets already installed. The feet, 2 of the feet are actually on the top piece because they extend all the way down to the bottom. The tapered sides here, you can see there's a slight taper there, inspired by the HKB Pro HG. And then a tour of the bottom piece really quick. Wait, why is the chat box gone? Oh, never mind. So there is the bottom piece here. Keycult number 2, revision 2. Gaskets installed and pre-cut. So this is actually the mid piece, not quite the bottom. It's the mid piece. This one comes in silver. What up, dude? Oh, Singapore, Toki, what's up? My Tia is trilingual as well. Nice. Did you commission this board with the client? No. So this board was commissioned by the client through Keycult, and I simply got it to build. Yeah. So. All right. So let's install the daughter board first. The OG is white, thought it was silver or Cerakoted. No, so this is a commissioned board. So it was a custom color board. Custom color picks for the board. Let's see how many times we'll open today. I hope it's the only time. Is the top E white? I guess so, basically. It's basically the same tone as E white, yeah. Effectively. Mickey RV. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I'm not sure if Cerakoted or E-White, but it is a very nice and pure kind of snow white kind of color. Top is Stormtrooper white Cerakote. There you have it. So it is Stormtrooper white Cerakote. Either way, the finish is impeccably clean. It was done really, really well. Maybe Mr. Needy did it? ¿Algún día tener la suerte para ganar un raffle de Keycult? Ojalá y sí, ¿eh? Pues, para que veas, hay gente en el Discord server de Keycult que ya llevan unos años de estar entrando a raffles. Y hay unos que recientemente ganaron un raffle y pues ya ves, nada más es cuestión de es cuestión de entrar cada vez que tienen raffles. Nada más. Gracias a ti, te admiro y se siente cool que seas mexicano. Muchas gracias, Hasta eso ya ves que... Con eso de que me veo muy asiático, pues... Ya ves, todos mis amigos, ya sabes, me decían... Que me decían chino, que no sé qué, que si como caca y no les ves y... Es cuestión de perseverar y ejercitar la paciencia mientras tanto, sí. Me da gana poner mi abuela a darle clic para raffle para la suerte. Alright, I'm just gonna put this little bit of Captain tape, just a little easy way to prevent this from coming up. Let's get some of these. Let's grab some of these. Yo voy 0 out of 13 raffles porque tuve que comisionar. Vale. Kids are such little shit sometimes. They do like that. It is like that. I mean, it's just a thing. I mean, I did live for a long time. I did live in a place in a small city. I lived in León, Guanajuato, for a long time. When I was like in elementary school, I lived in León, Guanajuato, like elementary through like middle school-ish, so like up to all the way to like la secundaria. And in León, when I was there, I was like the only Asian kid. I swear, like in the fucking 3-kilometer radius, I swear to God. So did not see a lot of Asian kids when I was growing up. Until much later, actually, when I went to high school. I moved to Mexico City afterwards, and that was a more diverse experience. Chévere, yo he visitado León unas veces, sí, la ciudad del zapato. Así que por si no conoces. O para la gente que no sabe, pues en León es la ciudad, la industria de ahí es del zapato. So they have a shoe industry in León, Guanajuato. It's a small city located in the center of Mexico. I mean, not quite small anymore. It's really like a few million people in population, which is really big for US standards. But in Mexico, it's like the 5th or 6th largest city. So, yeah. ¿Viviste en León pero naciste en Guadalajara? Ajá. Sí, nací tapatío, pero viví en León mucho tiempo. When did you start learning English? I started learning a very little bit, like late in elementary, but I really started speaking English like late middle school or high school. Like, so the reason I started really learning English was because I was moving to a bilingual like school, like when I was moving to Mexico City. And the reason was because my brothers, I have older brothers, and my brothers were planning on moving to the US for studying. So I was like, I want to follow their footsteps, and so I was like, I'm gonna learn English. So that's when I started learning English. And like really practicing it a lot more. And these alignment pins can sometimes be a pain in the butt, but there we have it. That's good. Diego, estoy seguro que algún día en el pasado nos vimos. Yo también viví en León un rato. Ah, ¿sí? Ah, caray. ¿Quién sabe, ¿Fuiste a la escuela ahí o nada más estuviste ahí un tiempo? I still think that the one thing more keyboards should incorporate from the GMMK Pro is the little notch on the daughterboard cable channel. Oh, like to hold the cable? Yeah, so the Palmetto from what's their name? The Palmetto, what's their North Carolina boards? Arslock. What was his brand name? Shoot. The Palmetto has the little like squiggly notch kind of thing. Actually, I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Don't need more than 3, to be honest. Carolina-Mec. Thank you. Carolina-Mec, that's right. Oh, shit. I'm an idiot. I got distracted with the conversation that I forgot to put the other screws in. Yeah, sorry. Got distracted with the whole Mexico conversation here. También soy de Guadalajara, me fui como a los 8 años a León. Viví ahí 9 años y luego me regresé para acá. What the hell? We might actually be acquainted. A los 8 años... Well, I'll have to ask you in private. Vijesu, because we may have had mutual friends. Depends on your age, actually. If not, you may have mutual friends with my brother. ¿Aún vives en México? ¿Estás en USA? Ahorita estoy en Estados Unidos, estoy en Nueva York. Ahorita estudio y trabajo aquí. Bueno, me vine para estudiar. Después, cuando me gradué de la carrera, me fui a trabajar un rato. Y regresé a la escuela hace unos años. Para el doctorado. Pero bueno. La renta allí de miedo. Yep, rent in the city is quite terrible. Alright. This is like Gion stream Woodworking, can't understand shit, no scuffed subtitles to help out. Oh yeah, I don't have the like a translator thing. Don't worry about it. We're just talking about people just asking like where I lived, or like am I in the US, am I in Mexico? Stuff that if you have been in the chat here before, you know about me already. Doctorado Big Brain, is the 2.0 one of your favorite top mounts? It definitely is a very nice top mount. I would say maybe, yeah, it definitely is up there. This is a very nice one. A more recent one that I enjoyed as well was the Mary C. 84, the 84 one, because it's like pretty much classic. It plays on the JNV2 style of mounting, which is pretty common these days. Very normal for a lot of people to use that one. Like the TKL one does that too. And then there is I mean, there's a lot of top mount boards, so kind of hard to miss. But I do still enjoy even the older style of like Duck Orion slash like Jaguar V1 from Singa, but it is a bit stiffer. But if you don't mind that, it's actually still kind of nice. It's like nice and even mounting, like it's nothing special, but it's still enjoyable as a top mount board. ¿En qué trabajas, Manu? ¿Eres developer? Me imagino. No, estoy como en la industria biomédica. Como de aparatos para medicina, dispositivos para imágenes, microscopios y cosas así. ¿Hace más plata? Not necessarily, no. 84 was like my one raffle win last year. Nice. Yeah, it should be nice. Kage? I did enjoy the Kage, yeah. One thing that I didn't like about the Kage was that back notch, but that's like just like an aesthetic thing that I didn't like about it. But the board itself was kind of nice to type on, yeah. Drop the screw. I'll pick it up in just a second. Kage. That's kind of fun.
CJ's would have looked good with that plate. Yeah. One of the requirements for this build was actually that the client wanted to use the owner of the board wants to use silent switches, so that's why we have them. Any plans to stream build a Neko, the Singa Neko? Currently no plans, as in like I don't have anybody sending one for me to build. But if anybody sends me one to build, I'll build one. Yeah. But currently no, there's no plans because nobody has filled out a form to send one. Let me find that last group. Oh, here. Are all these boards yours? No, absolutely not. These boards are sent from people who want them built by me, and I build it for them. That's basically the gist of it. All those little screws are all the way down, so we can put the bottom piece on, and they are. Diego is a rich man. I'm rich of friends and laughs, but I'm no rich person. I have my privilege for some things, yes, but I do save and I do save and control my spending as best as I can, just like anybody else would. Rich of Maze, I actually am not the most humorous person. Rich of body and of mind. Tengo un Axe 60 que gané en el raffle de Click Clack que aún no he armado porque no hay nada de manual en cómo armarlo. Seguro, si preguntas, a lo mejor en un server que estés, en un servidor que estés, seguramente te pueden, responder tus preguntas en saber cómo armarlo, ¿no? Más que nada, porque no preguntas si en cualquier, comunidad hispanohablante, seguro hay gente que sí va a saber cómo ensamblar. Just asking your local communities, I'm sure they can help. Rich of 205 G0? That's true. I do have a lot of 205 grade 0. But that's because I paid a lot for it. And el server de Kaji? You can ask there too. Alright. So what keyset are we putting on this, eh? Uy, GMK Redacted se vería bien chévere. Uy, no tengo GMK. GMK Redacted. True Olivetti, I literally just did that, was it a stream ago? What's the bottom row? No! Yeah, it is a 6.25U bottom row today. I apologize, but it's not my choice. Also, I mean, well, I don't really apologize. I'm not sorry for anything, so I don't apologize. Never mind. GMK, do you have TA? I do have TA, the first one. I do have TA and TA 90. I also do have, I have LZ blue on white. I have LZ blue on white with the blue mods. If that works. Masterpiece, I don't have Masterpiece. I did not buy Masterpiece. Space Cadet, I do have Space Cadet. Alright. Maybe I'll put a vote between those. So, ¿cuáles keycaps tienes disponible? Uy. Any classic blue? Okay, we can do like a classic blue with GMK blue on white with the blue mods. How about that? I'll do that. Alright. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go bring the set out. I shall be back shortly. Alrighty, we are back with keycaps. So I do have blue modifiers here, and what essentially is the same as classic blue here. I gotta say, I like this. Shocking, I know. Yo, look at these old school twin keys. And then someone remind me the mod. Oh yeah, so alpha, the white ones go here. Should be Afro keys, right? It's the wrong bottom row. Not my choice. 65 can pass on TKL, but not on any other layout. You know people who like 625 on like 65s or 75s. So. This GMK Evil Eye-ish should use similar colors. Oh, windows in the wrong place? Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You are right. ¿Qué grande es tu lista de espera para builds? Depende de cuándo sea. Yo digo que normalmente son como 3 semanas más o menos desde que llegan todas las partes a mí. Pero ya depende. Hey, the resin thing? Oh, okay. You already know it. Glow blue, F2 blue. Look how quickly I'm gonna get that. I'm just gonna get it right from there because it already was in the I need to store it pile from last time. ¿Te puedo enviar un mensaje a unos builds que estoy pensando? Sí, claro. Digo, puedes llenar. Oh, wait, that's not. Oh. Didn't realize it's not plugged in. Puedes checar mi form de commissions o también me puedes mandar un mensaje en Discord. De Discord es preferible. Twitch yo creo que si me mandas mensaje en Twitch yo creo que no lo va a ver. Alright. These caps match too well. Yeah. Alright, where's the RGB? No RGBs.
Alright, here we are. Alright, so here we are with the finished silent Keycult build. This is, right now we have, please adjust your expectations, it is a silent build. We have Durock Dolphin switches. These are essentially the equivalent of silent alpacas. that have a blue stem and the clear housing, but they're silent linear switches, Lube with 25 grade 0 on an aluminum plate with Deskeys films. This is right now LZ blue on white, or the same as GMK Classic blue is exactly the same set. The reason I didn't buy Classic blue was because I had this one. And yeah, so let's give it a shot. All right, here you go. Yeah, that sounds amazing. It sounds amazingly quiet, which is exactly what it should be. So it's a very quiet build. I mean, you basically can hear more of the background noise than the sound of the board itself. You hear a little bit of the spacebar coming up. That's pretty much it. Very quiet, very nice. Clackant. Yeah, it sure is. Hablando en serio, si se escucha como un poco de topre, pero sin los bajos. Can you feel the thog? Thockant? Anyway. So here are the modifiers if you want to hear any of them. Office build, indeed. I actually just realized I actually went in blind on the stabs, didn't I? I never took out the keycaps to test it. Well, that turned out well. Great. These are awfully quiet. These are super quiet. I can definitely not hear a thing. It's very, very quiet. But that's what it is. Stabs don't matter when I use box navy. Well, I can hear the leaves. Well, yeah. So that the sound, you can hear a little bit of the upstroke sound. That upstroke sound is more audible in silent switches than the downstroke. So yeah. Imagine fucking up the stabs on a silent build too. I mean, actually, it's worse on a silent build because if you don't do stabs right and your stabs rattle on a silent build, it's audible, as opposed to when you have a build that has a lot of sound to it, volume to it, you can't hear the rattle as much. But when you have a silent build, it's very audible. So it's actually worse to do stabs in a silent build. Yeah. I can hear Diego's hand hitting the keycap. Yeah, pretty much. These are linears. Yeah, these are linears. So, but yeah, that turned out pretty well. You know, like even if I do just short tests. Pretty good. Pretty silent, which is the goal of the build, is to have a pretty nice and silent build. So this is good. Alright, so I guess now let's show you the board itself. Here is the build. This is LZ blue and white, or the same as G Classic Blue from a couple of years ago. The bottom row is a little bit different because of the old icon here. It looks very nice and clean. Here is the side of the board. Front. Side here, the back of the board have this blue aluminum waves section here. Nice big reflection there from the lights. A little smudged up because my fingers are a little bit sweaty.
Blue.
Blue! Hello! Patty! Shin Wong, hello! Thank you so much for the 16 months. How are you doing? It is indeed very blue though. Is this a commission? It is indeed a commission. It was Cerakoted in Stormtrooper white with an infill. And yeah, this was a commission. Looks super clean. And as you can see here from there's an engraving there for the owner of the board. Very nice and clean. But yeah, white and blue. Very nice, very, very clean. Came out sweet. Deskeys! Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, my friend. Thank you so much. Adriel B, who dat? Matching That's Matt too? Totally not on purpose. No, yes, that was on purpose. But yeah, pretty nice, huh? This color is clean. I wonder who this board belongs to. Yeah, I wonder who. But yeah, there it is. Very nice build. So that's all I have for today. As I did announce earlier on stream, I did want to mention that tomorrow night at 9 p.m.-ish, we will be doing a build of another board called the Dodgy Keyboard Seisero, which means 60 for 60. And it's gonna be a second prototype build we're doing there for that, because they're about to do the new group buy soon. So they're going to be doing a group buy pretty soon. So as a prelude to that, we're going to be doing a build. So yeah, that's Dodgy Keyboards and Thought Keys are running that. I'll fill you guys in more details about that tomorrow. But that's gonna be around like 9 p.m. Eastern, probably because of that's when I'm gonna be back and ready for it. So it's gonna be like a little bit later, and yeah, I think that should be it for at least this week. Yeah, I'm occupied on Friday, and then we'll see about the weekend. I'm not sure. Are Keycult still using the raffle system? Yes, Keeps News. They are indeed using a raffle system for their group for their sales. For the most part, for like 99% of it, yeah. I'll have to drop it. Very sad. Bad timing for the GB. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. WTF is that bottom row? Not my pick, buddy. Not my pick. I hope the owner likes it. I hope they do too. Well, that's all I got for tonight, friends. If you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, if you want to see how quiet this is, you can compare it to my HKB here. The reference. Sorry. We probably got double the sound there. So this is mouse clicking. And this is what Topper sounds like. And then here. Is that HKB Pro at the top? It is indeed. This is an HKB Pro. Might cut out when you start typing on the Keycult. Yeah, bro. you have audio issues. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So very quiet build comparatively, which Topper is also pretty quiet. It's decently quiet, so it's pretty good. All right, let's go. Shoot a raid somebody. I don't know who's currently online, so let me check. Let's see. I see it's Firewire currently building a 4 GT Saber. Looks like they're about to put keycaps on. And I think Regalia Keebs. Content creation editing stream. Not sure who they are, but we can also read them. And I don't see anybody else currently live. But if you guys see somebody or want to suggest somebody, feel free. But Ed is live on the secret channel. It's okay. Unless you want to tell me what the secret channel is. Let's go raid It's Firewire. It's pretty quiet actually. Yeah. Alright. Miyaga raid. What is their birthday eve? Oh, happy early birthday. Alright, that's our raid message, just nice and simple. Let's go shoot over a raid to It's Firewire again. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you Adriel for sending out the wonderful board. Came out very nicely. And yeah, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow night around 9 p.m. or so. Might be, give or take, might be a little late because I'll be coming back from work basically. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you tomorrow night. And yeah, have a good one. Have a good rest of your week. But I'll catch you in almost 24 hours. See ya.